Everyone here loves story time, our favorite time of the day.
This story time because, you know, 'tis the season. Sorry I got a fan on, but it's hot. It's hot, and I like to, I don't know. Okay, forget all that. But anyway, I wanted to do this story time because, like I said, 'tis the season. There's these kids outside who are popping the firecrackers. Listen, they've been popping firecrackers since goddamn May, if you ask me. But I just, you know, my nerves are so bad. I could be sitting here chilling, and you know, at night I hear the poof, and I'd be like, and then, you know, you hear a poof, poof. So I'm here, I hear these people, they, you know, they're popping their firecrackers, they're doing their barbecues. I'm over here trying to edit this video, and I said, you know what, let me do a story time, because let me tell you, one time back in middle school, I almost, well, me and two other individuals, we almost set a neighborhood on fire. That's a little exaggerated, I know, but let me just get to the story here. I want to say it was probably between 7th and 8th grade, the summer of 7th and 8th grade, or the summer of 7th or 6th and 7th grade. I want to say it was when I was 13. The summer I was 13, 4th of July, 1995. Anyway, no, 1996, sorry, 1996. Anyway, as always, you know, on the holidays we would go to my dad's house because he was like the barbecue of the group, the barbecue of the family. And it was me, my cousin, and my nephew. Now we're all the same age, you know, we're all the same age. We was like a trio. We always came together. We rode buses together, went to the same schools, went through ditches. I didn't mess with no damn snakes, but you know, picked with snakes. Not really, not me. You know what I'm saying? We were boys, and we always from, you know, well, you know. But but anyway, we were just, you know, we would come together. We went over my dad's house, and you know, it's the 4th of July, so we was gonna pop firecrackers. Now listen. My dad, he chewed tobacco, so he always had one of those, a bottle, like a Budweiser bottle or whatever available. So of course we got the bottle, we got, you know, the firecrackers. Our parents, you know, they provided us firecrackers. So while everybody was over barbecuing, here's my dad's house. There's a house next to him. There's a road, and across the road there was this empty lot. Now listen, the three of us got all of our stuff, firecrackers and lighters and bottles and stuff, and took our ass to this empty lot. Now this empty lot, there's no way I can put this other than it was a lot that was nothing but dry brush and dry grass. Our house was there at one point, and then of course they tore that shit down, and now it's just what it is. But anyway, for whatever reason, we decided to take our ass over here to pop firecrackers. It was an open field. We thought, oh, you know, it's broad daylight, we can get us a show. Not really, no. So we went over there, we got our bottles together, we was gonna pop some firecrackers. I'm pretty sure we got maybe about 2, 3, 4, 5, a couple of them up and running into the air, planted the bottle, sent them up. And then I guess somebody heard, because there's a man across the street at a house. He actually came to the door and was like, you know what adults say to children, you know, y'all get out of that field, y'all better not set that field on fire, y'all see all that dry grass, you know, all this stuff. And in my head, I remember that man so clearly because he had a jerry curl. Now, like I said, 1996, it's far off. He was late, but not too late. But anyway, the point is I remembered his ass. So we were 3 boys, we were from the project, so we were mouthy. You know, you can't tell us what to do. My daddy, he, you know me, we can do what we want to do. Just mouthy teenage boys from the projects. So anyway, we continued forward, popping our firecrackers. I'm pretty sure he took his dusty ass in the house, you know, the phrases that we would use for him. And you know, I don't know what happened. I can't give the exact details, but all I know is we started a damn fire. That's all I know. I don't know what sparked it. I don't know who lit the fuse on whichever firecracker there was, or what happened. And really, with dry grass and brush, you don't know, like, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. You know how fire is where it has that gradient of, you know, flaming red, orange, yellow, and then there's that black part of fire. So, you know, it was out of our hands. For whatever reason, we set that shit on fire, and we was like, well, we need to go. So we just started running, of course, screaming. You know, my dad's, you know, crossing the road, you know, fire, this, that, and the third, fire. And I don't know what that time space took between, you know, my dad and whoever called the authorities. But anyway, all I remember is that at one point we were sitting on the couch. Now, my dad, he used his dining room as his den, and then up forward in the house was, of course, the sitting area. So we could see all the way down to where the door is, and next thing you know, there was just police officers and the fire department standing in front of our door, in front of his door. And my dad, I remember his shape standing in front of the door, sort of fencing them off from, you know, speaking to us. For whatever reason, well, I want to say that the man across the street called them, or somebody had to have called them, but I'm saying that he called them because the fire department and police came to our door in particular to ask what had happened. But of course my dad fenced them off, and his explanation was that somebody from across like a ditch or whatever shot a rocket over into the field. And he always talk about this, shot a rocket over to the field and set that on fire. Like, us three boys, we had nothing to do with that. But I remember, as you know, as a child, that, you know, it was me sitting on the end, my cousin in the middle, and then my nephew on the closer to the door. And me and my cousin, we were bawling our eyes out. We were crying like, "Hey, Dad, I don't want to go to jail. It wasn't us. We didn't do that. That was not us." Like, broad daylight, the evidence, or, you know, cops can canvass the neighborhood and see exactly, you know, trace back to who it is, you know what I'm saying, put the damn field on fire. The reason me and my nephew was crying, not my nephew, my cousin was crying, because, you know, our parents, they were threatening us with taking us to the D home. You know what the D home is? The D home is the detention center for boys. And my mama, she used to she would try to control me with that mess, with that you going to the D home. You know, sometimes she'll put me in the car and I'm crying. You finna go to the D home since you don't know how to mind. But, you know, we didn't want to go to no damn D home. We didn't want to go to the jail. We actually thought that was what's gonna happen to us. But my nephew, he was just stoic, sitting there quiet. And I remember this till this day. I always wondered, like, damn, like, homie, you got some kind of experience with this kind of, with the law? Because I'm scared. Well, you sitting there looking just peaceful and everything, and I'm over here scared for my damn life. Of course, we didn't go to jail, or we didn't go to the D home. You know, the D home was for boys, the Harris home was for girls. My cousin used to get threatened to go to the Harris home. But you know, the whole incident, it happened. We almost set that whole, well, I won't say that's exaggeration, but the cops and police officers and fire department came just in time. But we set a field on fire anyway, and I'll never forget that, because my dad, when he was living, he would always bring it up. Remember, y'all, you just set that field on fire, and y'all was sitting over there crying like babies, jokingly, of course, because I get my humor from him. And really, it's so funny how when you look at you as a child, how you respond to, you know, having encounters with law enforcement and, you know, people of authority, how we responded, me and my cousin, as opposed to how my nephew responded, told a lot about the people we were going to be. Now, I know this kind of a vast or too broad of a judgment, and I'm really not trying to get to that point, but really, to sum it up, me and my cousin, we understood, like, we not messing with the law. Like, as we became adults, I do my thing, and then my cousin went into the army. And my nephew, you know, he's very talented. You know, me and I used to draw together, but he moved on into music, whereas I went to where I went. But out of the three of us, when we became adults, he was the one that ended up in jail. So I don't know, I think more than once. I'm not trying to give away his business, but it just kind of goes to show that, you know, child, y'all better you better let your kids know right away. Don't be messing around with no firecrackers and no dry ass, brush ass field, arid field, and scare the living crap out of your kids as it pertains to what they will endure if they have to face law enforcement and go into jail. Because I don't know how he sat there like, not us, we was crying our asses out. So that is all. Have a good day. And listen, if you have a story about your kids or what you've done as a child where you had an encounter with law enforcement unintentionally, even though you was probably mouthing off anyway to somebody, then please leave your comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.